My name is Jared, and this is Horror October. Today's recommendation is a wonderful independent horror mystery called Summer of '84, directed in 2018, which had 2 writers and somehow also had 3 directors. A couple of the recent recommendations have been pretty heavy, so today's recommendation is very light. It is so light, in fact, that it's barely a horror movie. The first, 75% of the movie could be confused with a coming-of-age teenage drama in the vein of Spielberg or J.J. Abrams. The movie gets much darker from there, but honestly is tame enough I could see the argument for this not even qualifying as a horror movie at all. I think it counts, and at the end of the day, who really cares? It's a great, fun movie to check out for Horror October, and a good hiatus from some of the seriously bloody recommendations that preceded this one. So what's the setup? Summer of '84 starts out with Davey Armstrong, a kid in like 9th grade or something, who is helping out his next door neighbor, Mr. Mackey, with moving a piece of furniture to his basement. Now for anyone who's watched way too many horror movies like me, this should start sounding a bunch of alarm bells in your paranoid little brains. For example, this is basically what Buffalo Bill did to abduct the senator's daughter in Silence of the Lambs. Bottom line is, getting someone to help you move furniture is a great way to isolate a potential victim. Summer of '84 immediately reveals itself to be a bit lighter on the horror aspect, as Davey just walks right out of there, easy peasy. Davey was quite creeped out by his neighbor's basement and the fact he has a locked door down there for reasons, and news comes out later that day that a series of missing children in the local Oregon coast area that the movie takes place in were actually all victims of a serial killer. The killer called in and confessed to murders using information not released to the public, convincing the authorities and the rest of the town there is a serial killer on the loose in their quiet Oceanside town. Davey then starts to suspect his neighbor, Mr. Mackey, who also happens to be a cop, and recruits his 3 best friends, Tommy, Woody, and Faraday, to help him spy on his neighbor and try to unravel the mystery of the Cape May serial killer. Along the way, his spying gets him entangled with the girl next door, Nikki, and as Davey tries to juggle the complicated relationships of his friends and his blooming romance, the summer of '84 quickly becomes one he is not likely to ever forget. Overall, Summer of '84 is an excellent movie, really developing the characters and making the audience feel like they are a part of the town and a part of the mystery. As far as ensemble coming-of-age movies go, Summer of '84 is up there with some of the best for me, on the same tier as Super 8, E.T., and Goonies, except obviously with more of a horror focus. Alright, that wraps up recommendation number 21 for Horror October, and check back in tomorrow for a horror classic about everyone's favorite count.